Welcome to Put a Word on It, a podcast presented by Men of Valor. In each episode, we're going to talk with a different man, but each one with a unique journey from brokenness to freedom. I'm your host, Rudy Kalis. I spent over 40 years as a TV sportscaster, then retired and joined the Men of Valor program as a volunteer, so join the conversation. Reconciling men to God, their families, and society. Welcome to another edition of Put a Word on It, brought to you by the Lee Company. And we are in Knoxville, Tennessee. You know, in September 2022, this facility was opened up. It used to be a wonderful old motel that has been beautifully renovated. And now the men have poured in. We have 27 men that are here at this facility. Their lives changed out of incarceration, learning to walk in their own 2 feet and walk in faith. And one of those I want you to meet. Adam Hopson is kind of a rookie. He has just gotten out, but he talks about this place being the land of milk and honey. Adam, I'm jealous. My wife won't let me grow a beard.
Yes, sir.
What made you decide to do it?
I just had a lot of time on my hands. Nothing else to do. So, I thought it looked good once I started rolling with it, and I just kept it.
So what are you going to do? Get like ZZ Top? Let it keep coming and coming?
As long as it'll grow, I'm going to let it grow.
Are you kind of an individual? You like to do your own thing, be your own man?
Yes, sir.
Did you grow up that way?
Yeah, I kind of had to be, back from my background. It was rough, growing up, and I had to, pave my own way.
Give me some idea of that. Claiborne County up in northeast Tennessee.
It's the hills. It's home, but it's what you make of it, really.
Tell me about family life. What was it like growing up?
Dysfunctional.
In what way?
Well, drugs, alcohol, family members in and out of prison. It just, I was going from my grandparents. My mom got took away from her. My grandparents stepped in and they took us, and that really wasn't the best, environment to be in, but it is what it was.
Did you have any other brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers and a sister. I'm the baby.
You're the little one in the group.
Yeah.
Everybody go to your grandparents?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we all went, but one, my next to the oldest brother, he ended up getting sent off, and he was in Taft for a long time.
What about your father?
My father, he was an alcoholic, and he started out in the Army and stuff. And before then, I don't know too much about him. We was kept with Mom's side of the family, but my dad was a loving man. He tried, but they kind of used us as a weapon.
A lot of times, if they get to drink and it changes their personality. Did that happen to him?
My dad was as loving and drinking as he was when he was sober. He never. My dad, I can't never remember him raising his voice.
What made it dysfunctional? Because you said that word, but what made the family dysfunctional?
There was no stability. It was just, it's even wild at times,
But you didn't realize it, probably. When you're in it and you're going through it, you think it's natural?
Yeah.
Or do you realize it's not?
Well, I didn't realize it wasn't until I growed up and started seeing other people. I've never really known anything but that. And until I get in, like for instance, in this environment, this right here is the most stable home that I've ever had at Men of Valor.
Wow.
Yeah.
What got you in trouble? What were you like as a teenager? And how did your life grow?
I was wild. I just followed the roads that was around me. All my uncles and brothers have been locked up, and I got locked up too.
So did you almost not even care? Hey, badge of honor, I got locked up, I got in trouble, that's just the way it is?
Pretty much, yeah. It was like all of them had been to prison, so they expected the same thing from us. We was just, to them, it's the norm. I don't think they know any better, you know what I mean?
What got you into prison?
Selling drugs. Yeah.
Using and selling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that bad. How long a sentence did you get?
10 years.
Did you do the 10?
No, I done 3. Yeah.
Where in the middle of all that did God come into your life?
Well, God's been a part of it ever since I was little,
Really?
Yeah. I've known ever since I was a little boy there was more to that Bible than what I was being taught. I mean, my mom would take us to church a couple of times. My mama would take us a couple of times, but that's where, it go to the church and then it would end when it would come out the door. But, I mean, it stuck with me. And I've had a love for the Word of God. I mean, all my life. I didn't follow it, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm learning, the way to live things the right way. I'm picking up and taking the tools that the Bible's given me, and I'm applying it to my life instead of just hearing it and leaving it laying. But I've known there's more to that Bible than what I was being taught since I was a boy.
Was it while you were in prison that all of a sudden you got to this realization, I got to look at this differently?
Yeah.
Isn't it a shame that people a lot of times have to hit rock bottom and something's got to happen before their eyes open up?
It is, but I think in a way, I mean, I think it's good, because I mean it's going to give you a lot of experiences. I'm not saying it's good to go to prison. I'm saying it's good that everybody get in a humbling position to where you're not the center of your own world. And that's what it took for me.
I heard your language before we even started the interview. I mean, the faith that's coming up inside of you. You're new. You've just been recently gotten out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been here 11 days.
How do you know within inside of yourself, man, I'm not going back because the world's going to throw temptations at you?
Because the Lord lets me know I don't have to. The men around me, the godly men that's around me, I've never had that. I've never tried to apply the teachings of the Bible and walk it. And this is the first time. I know I've been here 11 days, but this is the most solid foundation of a home that I've ever had. I mean, this is like the land of milk and honey to me. And I mean, I love it.
But it comes with rules. A lot of times young guys didn't want rules. It comes with rules and things you got to do, though.
Well, I mean, there's rules everywhere. I mean, it all, I guess it comes down to whether you want to be a productive member of society or not.
What do you see for yourself? What do you want to do? You're out, you're changed, you're a new man. All of that stuff is back home with your brothers and sisters. I don't know where your family relationships are like.
Well, I'm trying to restore a relationship with all my family, especially I got a little boy. He'll be 6 November the 2nd, and I've not got to talk or see him any, but I believe the Lord will restore that. I mean, I believe all of us has got a testimony in us. And I believe that we all are able to reach somebody in life because somebody reached us. And right now, the staff members and stuff with Men of Valor, I mean, they're my example that the Lord's put in my life. You know what I mean? To show me how to live a godly life and not a worldly life.
Do you think about some work you want to do down the road, or you're just going to take each day and whatever job opens up, try to do the best you can? How you look towards the future, or do you just look at today?
Well, I mean, I'll be glad to start to work and get on my feet and be able to support myself and eventually my family. But I'd like to go to Bible college, and I would like to maybe find somewhere to teach the Word.
That'd be great. Don't shave your beard though. Go in there and be different.
I can't shave that.
Because I think people would just love it when somebody has a story like you have and to be able to tell them straight up. Is there any part of you is your mom still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Any part of you want to go home, see your mom, see your brothers and sisters, and let them see this new man?
I do. Yeah. I talk to her every day on the phone 2 or 3 times a day, but I've never heard the peace and the assurance that's in my mama's voice as it is now, just because she knows about what kind of program I'm in. She knows it's God-fearing. She knows that Men of Valor are a good example to me. And I think she's more at peace with knowing I'm here, knowing I'm safe, knowing I'm not hungry. I'm not getting into trouble. I'm not getting hurt. I think, that's just another sign from the Father to just be still.
There are a lot of times I think when we go through troubles like that, we don't realize all the lives we affect by the mischief we get involved in, the things we do. But when you come out of that fog like you have, now you can look back and maybe you can remember the tears your mom shed over you, wishing you weren't going in that direction.
I can't imagine how many sleepless nights she had, even to the point of probably questioning her faith in God because she wasn't getting her prayers answered for me. And I believe that's the peace that I hear in her now, that she knows, thank God, he's answered my prayers with my son. I mean, and I'm the baby out of the bunch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that comes with that. I'm spoiled.
The name of our program is Put a Word on It. Have you got a word for me?
I do, sir. And it just happens to be, I've been on this, and it would be word.
Word.
Psalms 119, 105. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And for me, the Bible led me to men of valor. And the men of valor is going to mature me and send me out in the world,
Look at John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word. And the
Logos.
Word was with God, and the Word was God.
It's when the word became flesh.
So the Word is Jesus Christ.
Yes,
and
sir.
You proclaimed that. That's the first time we've had anyone say that. Word, my friend.
Yes, sir.
You live the life. I can see you've got a determined look about you. You will not be the same. You will change people's lives. Thank you, Adam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, I like it. It's very simple. Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And even before we even started the interview, he was outside and he was quoting scripture. Everything had faith about it, and just the way he walked around. I just enjoyed being around him. Boy, he was a straight shooter, wasn't he? A good young man. We'll see his life just develop beautifully from this point on. Thanks for joining us. Join us again next time as we put a word on it.